Hello everyone, my name is Andriot and I'm an artist from Tallinn, Estonia. And today we are going to paint an oil portrait. And for that I've already done the initial sketch of the face. So here's the reference, but it doesn't matter. You can do the sketch before or later, or you can just basically make signs for yourself, like where you position the head at least, so that everything fits in. So, and I covered the sketch with the acrylic color. Basically you can use any color, but I think acrylics would be the best in this case. Maybe even watercolor, because it dries really fast and you have something on the background, which I think saves times, because you don't need it saves like a lot of times, because later, in case you have some holes, you don't need to go back and cover them. So basically you can see through with this orange color later on. So let's begin. And to start, I also want to tape it. And also the reason what I've done the sketch before, because I'm going to tape it to film. And well, if you want to make like a good sketch of a picture, you still need to go back or look like not from the up, but look like this, as if it's standing. Otherwise you get your perspective distorted. But anyways, we will tape this quickly. The brush is there for now. I think this could be a good spot. And I'm also gonna try to make like it even, but I really want to keep this orange. I really like how it looks. So let's try to save this as much as possible. Yeah. All right. It's not really straight, I would say. Now for this you need a lot of concentration. But anyways, I think you can even experiment with putting the tape like in different manners. It doesn't really need to be straight, but let's just do the regular way. And yeah, for me it's also kind of strange, because now I'm trying to talk more while I'm paint, because typically I would just put something in the background like a TV show and then paint. But now let's try to make some sort of tutorial for this. I don't know where I would want my reference to be. Probably somewhere here. But then you won't be able to see it. Maybe I'll put it here then. I mean, we're also not trying to be realistic. The picture is only for reference, to see at least some shadows. But, I mean, we're not going to do hyper-realism, I would say, but maybe 1 or 2 layer oil painting. So let's just quickly check I mean, I think we can go straight directly with colors and not waste our time. All right, so I added here some brushes. Pretty sure those we won't be using. And those are more thick ones. And we're gonna start with those ones. We also have turpentine and diluent with 3 different components. As for now, I haven't really seen the difference, but since I have more of turpentine and also the one that does not smell, like without the odor, is an excellent choice. It's also good for cleaning brushes and cleaning basically everything that you have stained with oils. And we have our little retic. How's it called? Retic serviette. To clean our brushes. Alright, I'm not even sure what this is gonna be. And moreover, I'm also using new oil colors that I haven't used before, and they were surprisingly cheap. So, I mean, we will see we will test them and see what it will give. But it typically doesn't really matter what colors you use. You can use poor colors or expensive ones, and the result can be quite similar. So we have a lot of space here and in the background, and a lot of space up front, which is the t-shirt. But I'm just thinking that just black and white would be very boring to use. Right? We can mix. And here we also have red. Already we have red and green. Maybe we can add some red to the t-shirt, for example, red and black. And green we also have. Let's try to mix and see what we can get out of it. And I also use a palette, which is like one-time use, basically. I mean, one paper lasts a very long time for me, at least. Maybe because I'm not painting that much. So let's mix our brush with turpentine or any other diluent you have, and try to cover those large zones that we have. This is basically just an experimentation here. Maybe too much of diluent. And just covering the gaps. Leave some space from the rolls. Basically, this is the quickest you would ever need to do for for the progress, just covering the bigger spaces. Actually, I think I've added too much of turpentine because it feels like very liquid. And it also makes the layers thinner. And since I'm not gonna do it in lots of layers, because I don't want to wait like forever for it to dry, and I'm just gonna focus on trying to finish it as quickly as possible, because also I would need to take my dog for the evening walk. I think I did it again. Oh no, this is white. And the black also goes somewhere here. Oop. I think. Can make it even like something cubical. Right. And we also have some, I think this guy has brown hair, but you can already start maybe adding some dark on his hair. Just a little bit, but maybe not use the black too much. Right. Seems like we're halfway through. Now let's think of the background, which is lighter here. And we don't want to mix it too much with the skin. And also, as I said previously, just white would be extremely boring. So maybe let's add also, we can also add a little bit of red. And then we will add green to the red rose, which is also perfect. So maybe just a little bit of red. It can also be like this, and we can see what will happen. Because now we're thinking of covering, and here my brush has become like very dry, and I also like it. I like the effect it has. I'm just trying to experiment here. To leave a bit space for the orange. Also got the mixture from the darker tones. Just fine. Can also add some similar shades to the face. And we just later on, we're just gonna blend them. Also have some darkness here. Okay, now my turpentine is all black, so I'm just gonna use another surface here. It's a bit smaller. What I would do here is maybe add a smaller brush, but not too small. And just blend it. Just random noises at the background. And I think got here a bit of gray, which was an accident. Let's try to keep the light on this side. Add some shades quietly to the face and just blend what we already have. Let's just see if it's not reflecting too much. And like this, there's almost no light. But let's try to finish it quickly. So basically we covered the background, the bigger forms. Now we can cover all the rest. I would just maybe add some more brownish to the skin tone. Can try to see what is this. Cream. That's already like a weird sign to have such name for an oil color. Ochre. This makes more sense. Ochre. Okay. Here are our colors. And maybe even I'll add some dark brown later on. Let's just try to cover all the rest that we can. Meanwhile, there's some lighter here, lighter spot, the nose, also some light above lips. Basically we can blend in the rest of the oils that we have. Here's a bit lighter. It's already quite good. But also I have 2 brown here, which is weird. Oh no, this is burnt umber. Oh, it looked like brown. Burnt sienna. I think this can work. I'd say it looks... doesn't look like very brown to me, but alright. I was actually thinking, maybe still let's add a bit of umber. Yeah, I think this will be better. So, I don't really have an idea where to start. I would say we covered the most part of here. Now we have a huge space here, so maybe let's cover the rose first with the red that we already have. Actually, I can try to use maybe even brighter one, but let's see. Something like that. For now, we're not really aiming to be perfect. We're just filling in the gaps. Because this is just the beginning. The work comes later. If we want, we're already out. So yeah, let's keep the rose somewhere here. And yeah, it kind of looks like a rose. So now I would say we don't really even need like the reference, because because our goal wasn't to copy paste the image, but we're trying to make just a quick oil portrait. Since this red is already dark, I can also use it in the dark zones on the face. On the face and hair. The hair doesn't really need to be like, if it's brown, it doesn't need to be brown. You can have like shades of red, of yellow, of anything, like any shades. Everything depends on the light. So that's why we're not just copy pasting. Even I think it's boring. Some people find it fun to copy, but it's always, even like you're taking a reference, I would say it's a good sign if you have a creative approach to add something like from yourself, whether it is a color palette, or it is that you did something differently, or you have experimented with something that has brought you a new knowledge. So in that case, this is fine. I mean, anything is fine if you're doing art. The most important thing is just do it. It's not that complicated, and I would say that there is no like rules on how to do it. You could have started like you could have started small and then go big. It's just me, because I like to see what I have covered, and I don't work on one small detail and then go later on. I go from blurry to whatever it arrives. So yeah, in that sense, it's funny, and also doesn't give you like high hopes from the from the start. Because I also had times where I was painting and then I was thinking that this was not the result that I was hoping for, but in the end, cannot really be sure of what will happen. So let's just have fun and experiment. Anyways, here I would need maybe a smaller brush. I would now cover the green just to see how it will look. And now I think if I turn on the lights, this is lights off. And if I turn on the lights, it'll be reflecting. Oh, here is actually good. Let me just reflecting at the top. Maybe like this. I think this can work. It already looks better, even though now I have the lamp pointing at me. Let's just add a bit to... Oh, now you can see we went a bit over with this hair, but it doesn't really matter. We could have kept it, but let's try to see if we can work on it. Yeah, now I can see lights differently. I mean colors. I see the paint differently than it was just a moment ago. Maybe it's also fun that way. Color this top of the hair. Something like that. And I also don't like spending too much time, because later on it blends and blends and blends. I also have a stem of the rose here. And here. Oh yeah, this is green, it's gonna be green. Let's add the green maybe. I'm not sure which one. Okay, I only added 2 greens here. Let's see what this one. Typically it should work because we have reddish, and reddish, pinkish colors. And maybe let's see if the color from the opposite side of the color will give us something interesting that we could use. Oh, here's the leaf that comes actually longer than what I sketched. Oh. I'm not sure what I think of this for now. Kind of got mixed with the black. Why do we have a space here? Can blend it. The new brush. But here I don't want to blend. I want to layer it. But again, this is just me. Me right now. How to say? Okay. Now I might want to do something. Maybe add more contrast to the stem as well. Okay, for now it looks not so promising, but let's not lose hope, because most of my paintings look horrible in the beginning, and then we might have something. Who knows? Okay. Let's maybe focus on the face. And if I sit, I have a reflection in my eyes. Maybe let's just keep it like that at least. So now I'm sitting and my view is quite distorted for now because water break. Because I cannot stand for a very long time. And plus we have already marked all the places, so basically now we can just work on maybe some small details. I don't know, let's see. That way, why I don't have a lighter green here? Right, maybe it's somewhere. Can always mix, even if it's not like perfectly the color that we wanted, but I still prefer to spend my time on painting than on mixing colors. I know some people really like mixing colors, but for me it's not like real painting, it's just like preparation for paint. Let me check if you can see the colors I'm using already. They're here. I don't know, some white and some green, because I'm too lazy to go for the brighter green. Lazy. It's because I'm not against of experimenting for now. So we're just adding some light to our green stuff, such as leaves and leaves. Yes, leaves and leaves. Makes perfect sense. Can even add some light on the rose. It's been actually a while since I used oil painting, but let's see if I still can do something. But of course there are days where it just doesn't happen. I'm not sure if someone else has the same issue as me, but for now let's just experiment and see. I would lift this up first. I'm gonna make it darker because the chin is more forward than our chest, for example. It's closer to to forward. Now I have discovered we have other blacks here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the same face, like expression. Maybe not. And here we have some dirt already. And let's try to move it away. I think we had pink. It's a good thing that we have some extra brushes. Oh my god, this one's small. So here we had some pink, which is not there anymore. Maybe we can add our new red pink color to the background. Because I don't like the space, I don't know what, it's like a hole. I also need to lighter this part. Because I think this is not supposed to be the leaf part. Here there are these. What color do we currently have? Maybe we can still use it for the skin tone. Yeah, kind It looks something that can be used for skin. That's how bad I don't like spending time on mixing. I'm gonna just use the colors that I basically already have, and which means you have at least like half, or even, I don't know, the page that is already basically filled. At least for me it looks filled. It means that I can use those colors. And with oil, this is good. Because I always forget it, that you don't need as much colors as with acrylics. I mean, like in sense of quantity. So I always forget it, and then I have so much of leftovers. But good thing that they are still gonna be liquid even tomorrow or even after 3 days. But typically I even tend to forget it. So you also have hair. We need to, oh my god. Okay, we're deviating completely from the original. I won't say completely. Somehow, but I don't want to make this brush darker now. Let's stick to the skin for now. Yeah, I say I'm not gonna want to make it darker, but I'm just making it. Let's use the dark red for nostrils. Because nose is also forward, upward. How do you say it? I don't know. In front. And here we have lighter tones. Maybe I'm just making it worse now. That's how quickly you lose hope. Let me stand up for a while. Yeah. Now it looks strange. Maybe in the end we will still need to go through different layers because I completely messed up with the face expression. And now I start to dislike it. But let's see. If we can get our nose back from here. I have some problem with the eyebrows too. Let's keep eyes for now. Open, not unfinished. Eyebrows. Maybe they're a bit bigger, I would say. And then triangle. Then this should be light. I'm out of brushes, really. And here we have more space with hair versus eyebrows. And yeah, we cannot make it lighter anymore for now. So let's try to wipe it off. So we have eyebrow and some space before it continues to be the head. All right. Sometimes even wiping doesn't work. Okay. And yeah, if we finish our eyebrow here, kind of looks fine. So, what else do we have? Just go over, because now we have darkened here as well. And this is the place where the lip should go. We have added too much. I mean, I have added too much of dark. Can even quickly give a bit of wipe in here and there to see if we get somewhere, or at least like somewhere where I would like the result. And it's not perfect, but for now I'm trying to figure it out. It even goes there, I would say. Right. And here. That's already better. Yeah. And we have a bit of mustachy thing here. And the nose, we also need to darken our nostrils somehow. And lighten up here. So let's just see if we have, but where's the white? Doesn't really look white. Let's try to lighten the nose up a bit. And here is also like brighter. Our white got already mixed with some other colors. So maybe it's even good that it's not like 100% white. Plus it's very strange that it says just white, because typically at least they need to indicate what kind of white it is. Maybe that's why the colors were, the paint was cheaper than it usually should have been. I'm also not sure if I'm gonna darken here. I have dark brush here. Let's just minimize the leaves. I would still add some green. And here some blue. Blue. Oh my god, some black. And our black becomes gray. Alright. It's already looking better. So, and it's been only 43 minutes, alright. Can we make it in 1 hour? So, I have 15 more minutes. Let's imagine this. That we have 15 more minutes to finish this page and make it to look something normal. I doubt I will make it, but let's try. Seems like this is the motto of today's drawing session. Let's draw and see what will happen. I also have nostrils. Don't see the sketch. The reference that I've made before. Okay, bit of eyebrows, eyes. I'd say the eyes are the most important part. If you mess up the eyes, you mess up everything. And I'm not sure if I'm messing it or no. Now we don't have a clear reference now, but let's imagine the nose going here. We'll need teeth, mustache, and beard. Our ears also here. But now we lost our teeth and our lip. Oh my god. Let's try to add the lip, and if we can't, we will need to wipe everything off again. Doesn't look like he's smiling. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing now. But why it's dark here now? Something has happened. I lost his neck. Let's bring him back. Something like this. Okay, now I really doubt that I'm gonna make something out of it. Maybe I forgot how to paint. But it's okay. Let's just not lose hope yet. The nose got out completely weird. Got like away. So let's try to bring it back. Okay. And here is the darker side. So I can try to blend this in. Maybe in that case I would have preferred acrylics, because I would have tried out faster and I could have put with many layers at the same time, but with oil I'm still not quite getting it how to make like a finished painting in as less layers as possible, because I really like how the oil paint is reflecting. It's brighter than acrylics, but I don't like all the process with cleaning the stuff and how it's very oily. So let's try to see if we can still get some portrait out of it. We also need to add lighter shades in the eyes. I don't know. This looks weird. Okay, it has more like of white here. And my white is no longer white. Let's add it like randomly. There's also light here. I think now we're more closer to this impasto technique than to the classical style of painting. That's why. But hey, I'm also kind of discovering on the go, because it's been a while. But I mean, a while is never a while. But I haven't decided where the light goes. Maybe that's why I have a problem. Maybe light goes from there. Yeah, this side seems to be lighter than... I don't know what information this gives me, but at least we have decided from the side where the light is coming. I think this should be important at some point. Light. So okay. Now I remember I said that using just white is boring, but since we already used like green red, it's not pure white, and I have a feeling the eyebrow is very low to the eyes here. And the nose maybe is fine. I don't know. It's becoming more gray. I don't want that. I don't want the gray. It looks like face doll now. So I like it better now. Maybe it's not lost after all. And the t-shirt. I don't know. Kinda fine. But in 8 minutes, I doubt we can make it. Of course we can. But the important thing is to make a face look like a face. Which sounds very intuitive, but maybe I would do something maniac and use like extremely small brush just to quickly add the lines. It was still aiming to finish in that 8 minutes, and plus we also have the nostrils that haven't popped up yet. I was waiting for them to do this on their own, but no. Yeah, does it look like a nose now? We also have, okay, this is a stem that goes through the mouth, right? Then it becomes thicker because there are lips, right? So let's add lips. Yeah, I can see now. So have the lips, and here we have teeth with a lip, upper lip. This one's difficult because he's like kind of smiling and kind of not. Okay, no, looks like a mouse, but he doesn't look happy. I mean, do we have some clean brush? Red. That's some red to his lips. I mean, red, white, I don't know. I'm not even sure what I put. Yeah, maybe more of red. Because we added too much of black. And to do this impasto technique, we need to like cover it almost horizontally. Oh my god. What am I doing? Something like that. And the lower lip, because I don't like how I made it like black. But it was just for reference to cover. Right, do we have time? Okay, 4 minutes. Let's see. So we have some wrinkles over the nose, nostrils. And here is darker side. We can already like and make it darker here. Here, alright, so this is a dark brush now. And the nose. The nose goes somewhere. I don't know. Alright, and here we have as well wrinkles, eyes. Up. What the fuck did we do with the eyes? does he look sad now? How is that possible? Please tell me how. How? It looks like this, but it looks like a sad face. Oh my god, and very weird face at the same time. Oh my god, maybe indeed it was a bad idea to make it. Okay, now I've lost the hope completely. No, there's no saving it. Why is it the time limit? Okay. Trying to save with the hair, and still, today was not the day for oil. Oh my god. Alright, now I start panicking. The worst thing. Oh no. That's what I don't like about oils. That you just brush accidentally everything over. Maybe with like, I mean, not maybe, it was indeed much easier with the bigger formats, but I haven't discovered yet how to film in that case, because already now I can't see anything. I know, just excuses, but still. It's not working. Okay, 58 minutes on how to ruin a painting. Great. Fuck. No, this is horrible. Oh my god. It sounds like a lot. And now I think he's even like looking at he's looking at different his eyes are looking in different directions. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Oil is not for everyone. Maybe not even for me. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. It's life. And in 40 something seconds, it will be 60 minutes. And what we have done? Nothing. Nothing. I just blinked and my paint went over. And why there is a black line now? Can I make it look like a nose? Please, please, please. I think something like that. I don't know. I would still leave it like, but it will take eternity for it to dry and for me to finish this video then. No, it looks horrible. It looks even worse on the camera than in real life. So, And it's been an hour and I don't know whether I should remove everything or just wait until it dries up, because oh my god, now I just messed up the eyebrows again. Because it's not, yes, it's not the result I was hoping for. And I got it. But it's like, what the fuck? Oils are very complicated. Of course, if I keep saying this while painting, it won't make it easier. And yeah. Now I'm having doubts on what to do now. Eyes are finished. Let's try to see. 5 more minutes and we're done. Because that was already a lot of work. And if it turns out all the work was for nothing, I mean for nothing, we still have experimented, right? And the only thing that I like is how the orange is pointing out. That was the only advice that I should have gotten instead of doing a 1 hour video where I fail at painting. Just gonna wipe it up some. Oh my god. Let me stand up to see if it gets just a tiny bit better. Actually starting to look more human. Even though we... Okay, no, again. The nose doesn't want to stay. I don't know, I'm basically just experimenting. Because I have nothing else to do, so now I've just stopped thinking. Let's just finish how it is. Where did he have a mustache? Where? On the face. On the face. Okay. What have we done? What had we done? Let's add some brown to the nose. And from here it goes straight. Oh my god, no. I don't like when colors mix like that. Yeah, I mean, I like the overall effect of the all colors, how it looks. But for now, I haven't figured out the best way of doing what I want. Actually, now it's starting to look like human. And not the sad human, fortunately. You know. Let's maybe make the eye tighter. More tighter, oh my god. But I also don't like now this space. Yeah, maybe I don't need brushes to paint after all. Here we lost the lip again. Right? Let's try to, but at the same time, we lost nostrils. And this freaking mustache. It's not on the right place. Not on the right place to be. The wrinkle. It's not quite visible. but it's still there. And the nose. Kind of looks like elf now. It's okay. I have too much red. Let's add it to his face. To his face. But now, yeah, we completely deviated from the original in terms of how the person resembles themselves on the picture, if I can say like this. And at the same time, we didn't have a specific goal to copy paste, but I wanted to be, but still I imagine it like to be more realistic than that in the end. And I'm just adding the rest of the colors that I have on my palette to see. It's a bit messy here. And the lower lip, maybe we can even bring the smile back on his face. And we lost the nostril again. But here is also a dark spot. I think our red worked quite well, but now our eyes are smaller here. Oh my god, maybe that's too much. Too much of red. Maybe after all I'm not that disappointed with the ongoing procedure process. But I'm not very thrilled about it either. Let's see if we can bring some brownish here. Or maybe we need to. Yeah, this one. But of course it doesn't go like I want it to go. I mean, kind of looks fine. Now I have the spot on the nose. Okay. Kind of looks like a face now. Let's bring some more form to it. We're a bit over than 1 hour, but it's fine. Taking into account that all paintings were done in like years. I won't be able to stand here for a year or to look at the same face over and over again because already I'm getting bored of it because I remember the traits and I have them in my head, but still don't like it's very dark. You can try to wipe it. Yeah. I mean, for me it looks like a face. I don't know how it looks from the camera. This is without the light. And this is with light. And if I try to position it like that. Okay, I don't know. I can't understand from my phone how does it look, but let's maybe check it like here. Also, oh no, this one's reflecting. How do you guys feel you're painting? So yeah, this is the reference that we had, and this is what we got from the first layering. Most probably we're gonna do another one, and let's wait till it dries so we can peel off the tape and see if I ever gonna finish this or not. Probably not. If not, then this is the last result. Enjoy.
A few moments later.
So it's been more than 2 weeks since I started doing this portrait, and it was dry, and now it's completely dry. First I dried with the fan, and then I think it got dried quite fast, especially if we take into account the layers of the paint that we had. So I wanted actually to quickly paint until there is daylight, because in a couple hours it will be already dark. And actually the sun was from the morning side today. I mean today, always. It's always from the morning side here. And now it's already like no sun. But I don't like using lamps because it gives reflection. So let's quickly try to finish this one. So we have turpentine here. What I want to change is maybe the mouth. Quickly check the eyebrows and the leaves from the rose. I don't like how the green is kind of melting into everything. But yeah. I'm gonna try to see if other colors also work from 2 weeks, because here we still have massive amounts of colors that are unused. Just wanted to make it the green look a bit lighter, and here to maybe add some form. I don't want to work too much on details. I want to keep it as abstract as possible, I would say. Even I don't really like when the portrait is like just a copy of the reality. What's the point? You have a photo camera. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you just want to try this technique out, of course this happens. And I forgot, where is my towel? Maybe to add some movement as well. The leaves. Otherwise, I don't know. I was quite disappointed at the end of last time. And then I looked at it from farther away, and it was more or less okay. So it's actually very important when you paint that you step, I don't know, like 5 steps behind you and look at your painting while it's not on the table where it's like perpendicular. And we're also not aiming to copy paste all the details exactly as they are on the picture, but I cannot make it tinier, thinner. Now it looks even weird. It should be longer here, I think, if we imagine. And I'm not sure if there are leaves here, because it's not quite visible and I don't want to look. But let's just imagine that there is also a leaf. Maybe it'll make our job easier. Right. Would have still added like brighter colors. This green is still very dark in every ways. Let me try to bring a lamp. Perhaps it'll be better. Or would it be reflecting as well? Kind of reflects, but a little bit. Oh. Gonna leave this green for now, and I'm gonna quickly look at other small things that I wanted to check. I wanted to change the teeth for sure, because now they're like falling and they're extremely long. I'm gonna take the stamp for my bases, and I'm gonna just try to work on a stem and see if we at the same time we are going to manage to fix the teeth, because I mean there's a stem in the teeth, in the mouth. And also I think I can also add some black afterwards. First I thought I'm gonna start with clear bright colors, but now I'm going to dark again. I don't know what's happening. Let's see. So I want to leave the orange that we have still. I like how it colors like from behind, you can see it appearing. So, and we need to cover the teeth here. No, I think they won't be covered. Maybe even more. And then the stem kinda continues, right? The goal is to make it straight. Something like that. I don't know. It already shows something more. And then our lip still continues there. Then we have a shadow here. I also have. Now the fresh oil is not covered entirely. Maybe I mixed it too much with turpentine. I don't know. Or maybe I'm gonna add the darker tone afterwards. So, the end of the nose should be somewhere here. Have dark spots there. The nose is thinner than we drew. I think we made him a big nose. And yeah, I forgot about the beard. Actually, I think leaves are also here somewhere. Can add some brown to the hair as well, and check what other details do we have that we can still kind of influence to make the image look more similar, not to focus on every small detail. Also, I think there's something in the eyebrows. Yeah. Hair is also darker. It's kind of like going into one. So we have more hair here. I'm not sure whether it's becoming similar or not, even though I was watching this person's videos. He's a blogger. So I thought, even though that I haven't seen him in real life, I would be somehow able to understand whether what I'm doing is resembling or not. So maybe that's why I chose to paint him. Plus I haven't been painting for a while, and I thought, hey, let's try to remember how it was. I kind of regret that I cannot bring this smile back. Back to bring this in the first place, because it's difficult. People say, some say that drawing hands or painting hands is the most difficult, but I would say painting smiles is the most difficult thing. We have a mustache again here that we missed, and let's make the nose darker. And while I'm thinking about mustache, I'm thinking about also eyes, but can I do everything at once, even though I wanted to? All right. Now the face is kinda in contrast. Now the leaves should also be pushed forward, because they're kind of at the same level as the face or a bit behind. Maybe even, no, the stem is forward, so the leaves, yeah, they can either go forward or more or less at the same level, I think. All right. And the eyebrow here is a bit darker, and also here. And then we may need to adjust the rest, I think, with lighter tones, because brown is already too much. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing now. No, now it's like a square hair. I don't know. Right? I don't like this bump on the head. I don't know. Let's remove it still. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's already looking better than it was. The problem is that I don't know where are the light colors or bright colors. Maybe I can even just put like yellowish. Can be even better than just green. Water break. Okay, then let's decide. Let's try to put yellow, even though we haven't used yellow still. Or maybe let's keep the rose for the end. And let's fix the eyebrows. Try to fix them at least. And add some shades to the skin as well. Though I already like it. I think we had some pre-made oil colors. What color is this? Peach pink cream. Tough choice, tough choice. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I would say, at this point already. Kind of similar. But since we already have brown, I can actually try to see what could be the difference. I think it looks exactly the same, but I prefer this one. Even though it's, oh yeah, oh, that's good. Oh, maybe it's even too dark. So what we had with the eyebrows here, I would make this lighter here. Oh my god. Maybe I should have a thinner brush. But I don't wanna, it's like going to find this brush, that brush. I prefer to use basically the same tool for anything. Even though I have lots of tools. And materials. But since when you learn to paint with shitty paints or brushes or pencils, you get used to it very quickly, so it doesn't really matter with what you're painting. And here the eyebrow should be thinner, and it's kind of gets mixed with the hair, so it's difficult to, I don't know how to keep this impression that the eyebrow is still there, but not entirely there. No. Okay, now we put light here, but we need to bring it somewhere. Sometimes even fingers seem to be a better brushes. We forgot about the beard actually. Alright, well, doesn't matter. He can have a beard or not, but it's darker maybe this side only. And the nose as well. I don't feel like it is like covering fully. Maybe I haven't put enough paint. I don't know. But I already have a feeling that I'm blending too much. I don't like when it's like entirely blend, but it's very easy to do with oil. It's the easiest to blend, but I don't want it that. I want to just, let's blend a couple of places, but I want to keep this like in pasto technique vibe. Or leave the current brushstrokes. Oh my god, it looks so different from what I see and on the camera. Yeah, it looks different from everywhere. Now it's in reflecting. I still don't like the mouse. Gotta do something with the mouse. And the nose should end and the eye starts. Okay, yeah, starting to blend too much now. What can we still do with teeth. We can work on the upper lip. Maybe it also enhance our mouth. Here it's going darker. Can also make some form to the stem. Quickly. Here. Something like that. To the rose maybe. And now we need more darker tone here. Because it's gone. Try not to lose hope now, but kind of looks weird. See if we can change something with the eyes. But if we still keep in mind that we wanted to just quickly make a portrait that's kind of resembles, because I see the resemblance now, but then I don't wanna get stuck with looking at the same face all over again. That's also the reason why I don't paint for longer periods of times, because then you get tired of looking at it. But with oil, it's good that you can leave it for 2 weeks. Even like hang it backwards or upside down, or not look at it at all, and then you look at it from the fresh perspective. And yeah, I'm also not liking it now as I wasn't liking it before. It's different. Of course the colors are different here. I don't know how it happens. I mean, I know, but what I'm seeing and what I'm painting are completely different things. Yeah. Alright then, let's try to finish it quickly, because cannot see it, and I think we've done our best. I would add just very bright colors and very dark tones to complete it. Yes. So I would say it'll be fine. I'm not sure if I add yellow will be too much or not. Let's fix with some green. Oh, I forgot I had a brown on the brush. Oh, it's kinda looks greeny. So I added some yellow with the green that we already used, but I'm afraid it gets like, it fades away very quickly. Yeah, I like it, this color. Let's make it very oily. It's gonna dry even for longer time. Dun, dun, dun. I think it's already enough. Maybe here as well. There's still something, at least with the mouth. And with other stuff too. Especially if I move around to look. Let's try to see if I have some free brushes. This part of the eyebrow is kind of lighter. It's not too light or not too dark. Mm-hmm. Doesn't make sense. I'm using like extremely small brush. Still kind of bring his smile here. Eyes. I don't know what's this. Then we also have some space here. And this part should be a bit lighter. Oh, but now they look so different. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I managed to lighten this eye, but now it looks completely different again. They look at the different sides, which is very strange. If you like start thinking about it, I don't know. I'm hesitant if I should use black or not. I think we can try. We can try at, what the fuck is this? Prussian blue. Prussian blue. No. Maybe not yet. Let's try to make it safe. Black. White. Alright, let's keep white, just in case, even though it's not like recommended to use black or white, but oh, I'm desperate. Maybe. Just trying to see. Or at least to point the eyes at the same direction, because I can see that look there. But this eye already hit. But I like the texture that it has, so I don't want to change anything too much. they look very different in those eyes. Alright, we're moving somewhere. I'm not gonna do miracle still. Alright, it looks like eyes at least. I need another brush. It's good to have many brushes so you don't need to wash them out all the time, because it can get dirty sometimes. Let's use this one. Here it should be lighter compared to the rest. And on the inside as well, but it's already hard to get there. Maybe here as well. And here, just a little bit more. I think this is also too thick, the base of the nose. Let's try to cover it, and here it should be like more elongated. Hard to say more. Convex, concave. Oh no, but it's black. Alright, doesn't matter. Here we want to leave this up front, nostril. And another nostril is kinda there. Ready, and what did we do here? Nothing. Maybe some brown. I don't know, he has like those beautiful noses are very, not very, are, could be difficult to paint, to reproduce. Oh, I don't like the... Still, I've added the black now. I regret that I've added black because, I mean, don't have that much of black on our faces. Since it's like extremely small format, I'm using these tiny brushes, but I typically don't use them. They're that small. I don't know if it gets on it. Let's check. Okay, I did something, and this eye is now smaller. Where's our darker tones here? I don't know. How did it get smaller? Oh my god. So, it should be here. Pretty good. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I should add white like from the inside. And then now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't be painting in oil. But when, like it's true, and I remember when I was painting on big formats, it worked better. How is that possible? I don't know. And with the small ones, let's see. Why now his like expression is like kind of reminded me of sadness, but he's kind of smiling here. I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but okay. I don't know how I should comment it. Let's try to go with the flow and see if we will get somewhere, because it's been like already 30 minutes, I think. 36. And sometimes you need to catch the right time to finish, and I kind of I'm starting to think that I missed this time already. I mean, I missed the time when I should have stopped, basically. Or maybe it's just that when I'm painting I have like some expectations, and then when they're not met, I'm becoming sad. Okay, I would darken still the part there with the eye, and we somehow brought him down. I don't know. At least it can be like this. There should be also like a break between the nose and the eyebrow, but it's quite in this shadow, so. And the eyebrows are lighter. I mean, I can see what could have been done differently, but I don't know. The first aim was to try not to get the sense of resemblance, even though it's not like 100%, but at least something that gives an impression that this is the person that you're looking at. It's already not bad. It's not at all bad. But is it good? I don't know. I don't feel like. For now. I think it was already better. But of course, if I would spend more time on it, etc. Because all paintings take time to accomplish. If I would spend some more time, it would be better, but I don't want to. I think I already spent enough time on this. It's like over an hour, which is a lot for me, so I don't know. I think we can kind of start to wrap it up. But I will film it with the proper lightning tomorrow morning. But until then, it's gonna stay like this, I don't know. I would have also added reddish, pinkish on the lips, but it seems like colors are already dry. Oh no, actually if you mix they're still okay. Hey, let's try to contour the lips a bit, because the lips or the mouth was the first part that was bothering me, and it still keeps bothering me. And now we have lower lip. These lips are quite reddish now, but it's okay, we can exaggerate colors. I keep saying that I will finish, and I still haven't decided yet, because I keep finding extra details, and it's coming like even faster than when I see them or when I talk about them. It's coming like with images, tons of images. Do we have same orange? Yes, but it wasn't an oil color. Not sure if we can just as final detail add and some orange. Since we already had it on the background, maybe we can mix it with the skin tone or the hair. It's quite hard to just stop when you think you can still do something better with it. Even though logically I would have stopped, because at some point it's very easy to mess up, and the painting should like, I don't know, in Estonian art school they teach you that the painting shouldn't be very sweet, like it shouldn't feel like completed. It should just show you the itinerary and not to tell the full story. It should be like more of a sketch than a painting, I would say. I don't know, I think this is cultural, and I'm not sure. And this orange is also very dark. I think we can stop. I was already thinking it before, but in saying it doesn't make it easier to stop. All right, and the sun is back. Wow. Maybe with the sun it would look different. Kind of have the face. Not sure if we kept the proportions right, but quite okay. We can lighten with the orange maybe. But I think we can stop now, okay. I'll drop in the brush. Let's check if the sun makes it look better on the phone, but not sure about that. Of course it's reflecting, but oh my god, Okay, I turned on the light, the lamp. Looks like this. Kind of okay.